Hello everyone. I'm going to show you guys how my haskaps or honeyberries are doing. Here I have a row of 5. I'm probably going to be pulling out 2 of them, so I only have 3 because they've grown into each other. You can start out with fairly small plants, probably around year 1 or 2, and by year 4 they're just not even close to the size. They're way bigger. I thought I could have got away with having 5 in this maybe 8 feet worth of row, and it's not even close. So I'm gonna have to wait till the end of summer. I'll wait till they go dormant, and I'll move 2 of them to a lot more space, and then they should all be bigger next year. So anyways, I'm gonna give you a look. And the funny thing about haskap, you can be standing here and you see, oh, I don't see any fruit. But as you look in closely, there's tons of fruit. It's kind of like hidden. See if you look in here. So it does hide them from the birds to an extent. Last year, I actually wanted to make this same video, and I waited a couple days for things to, just for them to ripen and stuff a little better. And the birds beat me to it. So I decided to start a little bit early this year, and these are pretty good size, some of them. Oops, get in there. They're like, this is like the size of a maybe small Concord grape, and they're not quite ripe yet. Oh, actually this one's getting close to ripe. See how that's kind of red or purple on the inside? When they're not ripe, it's more green. This one is just starting to taste a little more sweet. They taste kind of like a cross between a blueberry and a raspberry, according to some. I kind of agree with that. So yeah, I'm going to wait a little bit longer to harvest. So let's have a look. Yeah, they're all doing well. From one type to another, you get a pretty big variance in size, because most of these are named varieties. Now, the main thing here is why I like growing these instead of, let's say, blueberries. I have grown blueberries quite a lot in the past, and I've pretty much given up on growing them. It's just not worth my time. With these, you plant them, you don't have to do anything. You can fertilize them, it'll help, but all I have is some straw mulch there. But I've really done almost nothing. It doesn't really care about the soil. I have these growing in other locations too, and it doesn't really matter what I do. I can just plant them and you get these yields that are just fantastic. So that's the main thing. They're easy to grow. And also the plants themselves, they just go, monstrous in size. These plants were just, you wouldn't even believe how small they were 2 years ago. And you look at that, see how that's pretty extensive growth here? And that's just, these are 4-year-old plants. And yeah, they've done really well. And the third thing, of course, is the yield. You'll never get this kind of yield, well, I shouldn't say never, but you're not likely to get this kind of yield on a blueberry bush. At least not any that I can grow around here. And these are also good from zone, I think 2 up until I think 8. So they grow in a really wide range. I guess it depends on the variety. These ones are bred more for the northern climate. And let me just take a look at, I have one other bush at another location. So here's one. This is a pure Russian variety called Svetlana. And it did start to fruit, and it dropped the fruit, or the birds got it. I'm not quite sure. It might have been the birds. This one's kind of out more in the open, so the birds could easily see it. It's kind of funny, I planted this last year and it looked good for about a month, and then it completely dropped its leaves. and I was freaking out. I thought it was dead. I just pretty much assumed it was dead, and then it came back to life. It's doing well. I think by next year it'll be looking closer to the other ones. What I heard afterwards was the Russian varieties are known for that. In the first couple of years, they'll just drop all their leaves all at once, and you think they're dead, and they come back. So the main thing here, I'm gonna be putting some bird netting here, because what I did last year is when I was waiting and hoping for them to ripen a little more, just one day the birds just took them all, or whatever other animal it was. So I'll be trying that. I'm also going to be away for a few days, so I don't really have much choice. They're almost ripe, but I'd rather them taste as good as possible than just pick them too early. I don't think they ripen off the plant very well, or at least I heard that they taste better if you leave them on longer. Most of these are named varieties like Indigo Gem, Indigo Yum, and I have a Tundra in there, and I also have a Berry Blue, which is that those are both pollinator. But the pollinator plants, they taste just fine. Just not as good as like the Indigo Yum and Indigo Gem. So looking forward to the harvest. I might post that up when I get some. Oh no, as for yield, these yield quite a lot. I would say I'm be getting maybe a pound off each plant. That might be optimistic, but I don't know, it looks like I might get a pound. I guess we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching.